Step 2 with our hip extensions, passive range hold. So just like with everything else, again, we are trying to close that motor control gap. So we have gone through our pails and rails, opened up some hip extension. Now we want to teach you how to control it the best way we can. The way we start here, we do this in, call it collapsed quadruped, or like fully fallen, butt to heel and all the way on Andy's elbows. The idea here is to lock in everything around here. He can either, so Andy's pretty flexible, he is comfortable with his foot flat like this. You can also dig your toes in underneath there if you need a little better space like this, or however really we're the most comfortable. In the office, this is the way that we're gonna do this exercise. I'm gonna show it to you first. At home, we're gonna do it a little bit differently, and I will show that as well. In the office, so Andy is all locked in here. None of this is gonna move. I am physically gonna grab him here. I'm gonna put my hand on him, and we are gonna try to extend this hip as far as we can. So this is gonna come up, 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 up. There shouldn't be anywhere else for me to go. If I lift more, his body's gonna move. I wanna keep him as steady as possible. He's gonna try to contract glute, hammy, and hold, and we're gonna slowly let go. And just like with everything else, we wait until he starts to fall a little bit, which here it's gonna be pretty tough, and we bring him right back up into full passive range. And then we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna do it again. Andy's gonna contract and hold. We're gonna let him get to there. And with this one, we're just gonna parachute down and let that relax. That's how we would do these in the office, is I'm gonna help. We're gonna get the best passive range hold there. I'm gonna be able to control where we actually are through that and keep us there. At home, that's not always an option. We don't have somebody to lift our leg, and when we do, like you might not be able to see it there, but Andy's leg's heavy. And like we're pulling against that hip extension. That's not an easy thing to do. And especially here, it's, like I'm gonna hurt my back lifting Andy's leg. But the goal really is to give you a way to do this yourself. And the way that we do that is we manipulate the upper body a little bit. So what I'm gonna have Andy do here is press himself backwards until he is in full hip extension. So now we have hip fully extended. Again, he's pretty flexible, right? We can get into this position pretty easily. Most people probably won't be this high up. But what we do here is now we're into full hip extension. He is gonna contract like he's trying to lift off the ground and then bring his body back down until his leg is floating. It is essentially the same thing, just a different way to get there. So he's used the floor instead of me lifting his leg. This, for whatever reason, is much harder to get a good contraction and to keep. There's just more moving parts, but when done well, it works just the same. Good. Yep. Good. Whoa.